Seektag is an exciting competitive game that encourages creative thinking and teaches navigation and problem solving. To run your own games, you'll need a place to play, some 3-digit numbers for your players, or even better, one of our Play Ready vest packs, and some players with smartphones to run the free Seektag gameplay app. The Seektag app runs on your phone's browser and keeps track of your score as you play. It's completely free and very simple to use. You don't even have to install anything. The Seektag app does require a data connection. Leading a game using the Seektag app is really easy, and there are some handy features that let you tailor your games for the players and the playing area you have available. Go to seektag.com and open the app from the Seektag game page. We're going to select Leader, but further down the page, you can also see the buttons that let you rejoin a game if you accidentally close your page. If you're a leader who's also taking part in the game, you can either use these buttons to switch between leader and player pages, or just open a tab for each. First, we need to select our arena. An arena is any area used to play. Either select from the list of named arenas, or select Custom to make your own. Today, we'll select Custom. On the next page, we can create the checkpoints we want to play with. Checkpoints can be anything that is accessible, in a safe area, and that you're allowed to access. That could mean a big tree, a building or other landmark, or an object. If you're really creative, then it could even be a person. We can create between 1 and 3 checkpoints, and all of your players need to be familiar with them. So let's add our checkpoint names: Big Tree, Hut, and Bench. If we only wanted to create 2 checkpoints, we just need to untick one of these. Below, we can choose a game duration. It's up to you to decide what will work for your arena, but as a general rule, the larger the playing area, the longer the game should be. Tap Create, and now we can set the game options. Limit game size limits the maximum number of players that can enter your game session. It's unchecked by default. To set it, just check the box and select the player limit. Pre-game countdown timer. If this is ticked, then your players will be given a set amount of time to split up before the game begins. If your players are already spread out, then you can untick this to have the game begin immediately. Players mark themselves in at close of play. At the end of the game, the app will randomly select one of your checkpoints as the closing checkpoint. Your players need to make it back to the closing checkpoint before the time runs out to keep any points they've scored. If you can trust your players to mark themselves as in when they reach the closing checkpoint, then leave this ticked. Otherwise, you as the leader will have the option to mark each player in if they make it back, or out if they don't. Bear in mind that you need to be able to see the closing checkpoint to do this. The app will tell you which checkpoint will be used for closing on the next page. For socially distanced games, only players can mark themselves in. The socially distanced game function will limit the maximum huddle size to the number you select. This will also automatically set the maximum number of players allowed in the game. For example, if you set the max huddle size to 4, players will be divided into groups and sent to different closing checkpoints with no more than 4 going to each. If you're playing with 3 checkpoints, then the total number of players will be limited to 12, 4 at each checkpoint. This way you can make sure you're never assembling in a large group. Ready to go? Tap Prepare Game. Now our game is all set up, you can see your session code at the top. Give this code to your players so they can join your session. This is the time to hand out your numbered vests. The players can't know each other's numbers before the game begins, so do this carefully. Once players have their numbers, they can use your session code to join the game. You can see how many players have joined and their nicknames and teams below. Players can be removed if required and are free to rejoin. This is useful if a player enters the wrong name or number. Below this, you'll see a confirmation of your game options and Start Game and Cancel Game buttons. As a leader, you'll see the Cancel Game button on all of your pages going forward. If you choose to cancel the game, you'll have the opportunity to add a message, which will be shown to all players. So let's tap Start Game. Once the game has begun, no more players can join. If you selected a pre-game countdown, you'll now see this, along with your checkpoints, closing checkpoint, and the game duration. At the end of the pre-game countdown, we'll see the game page, where you can see who has spotted who, and who has tagged your checkpoints. Once the game time is up, you'll see the closing screen. If you've chosen to mark players in yourself, this is where you'll see a button for each player. At the end of closing, you'll see the game results page. The upper table is for players who made it back in time. The did not finish table is for those who didn't, and shows the scores they could have had if they'd made it back. If you have any issues with the scoreboard, you can recalculate the scores for your game using the button below. And that's it. You're now a Seektag game leader. Don't forget to check out the Leader Resources page on Seektag.com, where you can download printable number patterns, buy our ready-to-play vest packs, and watch more how-to videos.